In our bodies, microorganisms outnumber our cells by a ratio of 10 to 1. They are most abundant in the gastrointestinal tract, but they can also be found in the lungs. Inside the gut, there is a flora of 100 trillion multicellular organisms. It plays an important role in digestion, metabolism, protection, and overall health of the host. Although an emerging field of study, researchers have found that microbiota and the immune system have a symbiotic relationship. This means that they both benefit off of each other. The microbiota consumes pathogens and invaders to protect the body, and the body provides the microbiota with the GI tract as a place to flourish. When there is a gut imbalance, the body can develop autoimmune issues as well as digestive issues, supporting the case of the relationship between the two. In the COVID-19 field, research suggests that people with poor immune systems due to underlying conditions have a higher risk of contracting the infection. Evidence suggests that the health of the gut microbiome has a direct impact on the immune system. So, I began my research on the connection between having a healthy gut and the ability to fight off COVID-19. And this is what I found. The gut microbiome serves as an area for many first interactions that pathogens have with the host. It competes with these pathogens for metabolites and colonization. It communicates closely with the immune system cells to produce appropriate innate and adaptive responses to pathogens. If the gut microbiome is weak, these pathogens may dominate and create an infection. If the microbiome cannot generate the appropriate response, then the immune system will be slow to defend against these pathogens. Therefore, the gut microbiome promotes protection for the host. It also controls the release of cytokines, which aid in host defense to foreigners. This close relationship suggests the gut bacteria could also impact immune responses elsewhere in the body, like the lungs, to fight respiratory infections such as COVID-19. A study showed that commensal bacteria located in the lungs regulate T and B cells, which are major adaptive immunity components, in response to the respiratory flu. This provides more evidence for how the gut microbiome could affect the fight against COVID-19 because it can affect immune responses within the lungs. Someone with a weak gut microbiome may not be able to generate a strong response due to decreased regulation and communication between the biome and the immune system. Therefore, this could increase the severity of symptoms for those that contract COVID-19. It may be suggested to supplement good bacteria in order to fight off this disease. In order to increase the variety and abundance of the microbiota flora, probiotics and prebiotics are encouraged in the diet. Probiotics are live microorganisms that can be beneficial when ingested. Common strains include those of the Lactobacillus species, but there are also many different strain types. Prebiotics are non-digestible oligosaccharides that promote the growth of good intestinal bacteria. The combination of both probiotics and prebiotics can lead to a healthy gut. This is why eating the right foods are important. In addition to the probiotic supplementation, many foods naturally contain live and active probiotic cultures. These foods include apple cider vinegar, yogurt, kombucha, kimchi, sauerkraut, and more, all of which can be incorporated into the daily diet. To start the day, you could have a cup of hot water with a lemon slice and a splash of apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is a liquid that contains good bacteria, yeast, and protein. To ensure these effects, make sure you buy it with "the mother" on the label. This ensures that the bacteria is inside the vinegar. For breakfast, you could have a bowl of yogurt. Yogurt contains many probiotic cultures that are good for your stomach. I like to consume dairy-free yogurt, which still contains these beneficial probiotics. Either way, the container will list varying probiotic strains in the nutrition facts label. I suggest reading the labels when comparing brands before buying a product. For toppings on the yogurt, I like to add banana slices, which contain prebiotics from their resistant starches. I also like to add blueberries, chia seeds, flax seeds, and cacao nibs for extra nutritional benefits. For lunch, you could make a wrap with any spreads, vegetables, meats, and cheese you would like. A great way to boost your probiotic consumption is to add sauerkraut in with your lettuce. Sauerkraut is a fermented cucumber and cabbage. It gives a nice tangy flavor to wraps. Throughout the day, I also like to drink kombucha. Kombucha is a drink that is made by adding bacteria, yeast, and sugar to black or green tea and letting it ferment for at least 1 week. It's classified as symbiotic because it contains both prebiotics and probiotics. Kombucha is bubbly, sweet, and sour, and it's a great alternative for drinking soda with meals. For dinner, you could prepare a meal that includes kimchi in it. The kimchi that I use is a combination of Napa cabbage, garlic, ginger, chili pepper, salt, and more, so it's a very savory food. It may not sound appetizing, but it adds a tang and spiciness. It's fermented in a similar way to sauerkraut. I like to add it to burgers when I don't have lettuce because it gives a crunch and a whole lot of flavor. The nice thing about fermented foods that have probiotics in them, is that they have a long shelf life as well. Adding these foods and liquids to your diet can add good bacteria into your stomach, which can improve the communication between the gut microbiota and the immune system. This can help immune responses to foreign invaders, such as the COVID-19 virus.